Everybody asks like, how did you get the name Rainbow Drive?
Me and my dad, we started about 8 years ago out in Punaluu in Kaya's store. And originally we were the two-ball guys. And that lasted several years, and then we parted ways, me and my dad. I went my own way, and he ended up opening up this food truck. So I ended up going and being a private school chef for a little while. And so I decided about 3 years ago that I'm gonna come back and help him out and reestablish himself as the bald guy. So that's why now it's the bald guy food truck. But people still know us as the two bald guys. So basically, I learned everything from my dad. My dad's been in the culinary industry for many of years. And so I basically took under his wing when I was like about 16. I started at Big City Diner. I worked at a couple of fine dining restaurants, a couple of hotels. I did some catering gigs, and then eventually opened up the two bald guys. And my dad himself, he went to culinary school. He got his degree and everything. He worked at the Hyatt, the Hilton, Camp Erdman. He helped Big City Diner from when they first started. And basically I just learned everything from him. The decision to become a chef was, I just seen how much joy it brought people, for me personally. And that's what drove me to where I am today. It's just the happiness that food brings to people and how it brings people together and how people just love it. That was my passion. That's my fire and my drive for becoming a chef. For over the years, people just keep telling me how good the food is, you know, how good my work ethic is, and it just kind of just rolled with it. And I try not to pride myself too much on being a good cook. I just try to like better myself every day. And as the years go along, how can I improve and how can I like keep people happy with food? Our truck, we strived to be more local based, like local friendly. You know, tourist was just a bonus for us. So that got instilled into me from my dad for many of years, because he worked in a lot of local industries, local restaurants, and their priority first was the locals. So basically, we try to keep our products simple, fresh, and at a reasonable price and good portions for everybody. And just, you know, just to provide for the community and give back, and so they have good food, you know, not to where it breaks their bank. We're not here to get rich. We're not here to make a lot of money. We're just here to like make people happy. That's all it is, yeah. Our signature items, there's two of them. The boneless braised Kalbi beef, which is just marinated for a couple days and slowly cooked to where it's like really tender with a lot of flavor. And our fresh fried poke plate, where we get our fish fresh from local fishermen mostly every day, probably every other day, but yeah. And it's just fresh poke. We marinate in like a poke style, and then we just slightly fry it, and we put our poke sauces on top, our aioli and our kobayaki sauce. Yeah, with some furikake. Everybody relied on the tourists. You know, that was the thing. Giovanni's, all these shrimp trucks, all these other businesses. So basically, for them, it was a one-shot deal with the tourists. And when the tourist industry went down, that's when they went down. But for us, thanks to the locals and the local community, they kept us alive. And so we try to give back as much as we can to our local community. But basically just the locals around here, around Kahuku, Laie, Haula, all the way down to Ka'ava, Sunset. We just thank them all for coming out to support us. So a lot of people drive from afar lately. We've been getting like from Makaha all the way down to Manoa, Hawaii Kai, Waipahu, just all over the island. It's been a real blessing this year for us. We're on the ocean side, right next to Giovanni's, in between Giovanni's and the Kahuku famous shrimp truck. Yes. So in the little Kahuku sugar mill parking lot, there's like a little closed down gas station over there also. Yeah, we're a big, bright blue truck. You can't miss us. That says The Ball Guy. More information, you can either follow us or message us on Facebook or Instagram. That's the two best ways. Because we're so busy, we're just a father-son duo, so when people try to call and text, it's kind of hard for me. So like, yeah, I see it on Instagram and Facebook, and it's a lot better. We're open 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, from 6:30 to 2 o'clock in the afternoon or until we sell out. Yes.